Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video we are going to explore something really interesting and exciting. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The 2002 USA 1 dime coin may seem like a simple, ordinary piece of currency to most people, but for those with an interest in numismatics, this small coin holds a captivating story. For the casual observer, it's just another dime with the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front and the same timeless design on the back. But as with many coins, there's much more to this seemingly common dime than meets the eye. From its historical context to the intricacies of its design, minting, and the surprising factors that have contributed to its collector appeal, the 2002 dime is much more than just pocket change. Stick around to the end of the video for the big reveal. This seemingly insignificant dime has sold for a staggering $122,000. Let's start by understanding the background of the 2002 1 dime coin. The history of the dime goes back to the early days of the United States. The first dimes were minted in 1796, during a time when the U.S. government was still figuring out how to establish its financial system. Over the years, the design of the dime has evolved, reflecting changes in American society and politics. However, one thing that has remained constant since 1946 is the likeness of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse of the coin. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, was placed on the dime to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. His image was selected not just because of his importance in history, but also as a symbol of strength and perseverance, qualities that Americans associated with the great struggles of the 20th century. Fast forward to 2002, and the dime had undergone minimal changes in design over the years. The obverse still bore Roosevelt's profile, a dignified, sharp image of the late president, facing left with his characteristic suit and tie. Roosevelt's face on the dime is so iconic that it has come to represent more than just a coin. It symbolizes an era of hardship, recovery, and hope for the American people. The reverse of the 2002 dime, too, remained unchanged from its design in 1946, a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, which together symbolize liberty, peace, and strength. These symbols have been a part of the dime's design for over 70 years, providing a sense of continuity and stability in the nation's coinage. While these design elements may seem consistent year after year, the 2002 dime stands out for several reasons. First, it was minted in a period of transition. The U.S. was coming out of the 1990s, a decade of economic growth and technological innovation, and entering a new millennium full of uncertainties. The country had just experienced the shock of the September 11th attacks, which led to a national reassessment of priorities and values. The events of 2001 and 2002 shaped the way Americans viewed their currency, making the 2002 dime more significant in its historical context than some may realize. The world was changing rapidly, and this seemingly small coin, still carrying Roosevelt's likeness, was a reminder of the enduring ideals and values of the country. In terms of production, the U.S. Mint produced millions of 2002 dimes to meet the demands of the economy. The production was spread across the two main mint facilities, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins produced in Philadelphia carry the P Mint mark, while those minted in Denver carry the D Mint mark. The majority of the dimes minted in 2002 were released into circulation, where they would continue to play a role in daily transactions for years to come. While millions of these coins were produced, it's important to remember that only a select few will rise to prominence in the world of numismatics. So, why would a coin like the 2002 dime attract so much attention from collectors and investors? To understand this, we need to look closely at the factors that determine a coin's value. The first and most obvious factor is its condition. Coins that are circulated and used in daily transactions will often show signs of wear, scratches, smudges, and discoloration. These coins are still worth their face value, but they aren't particularly valuable to collectors. On the other hand, coins that have been well preserved, especially those that remain in uncirculated or mint condition, can command a premium. For a 2002 dime, a coin in mint condition, free from blemishes and with sharp, clear details, would be much more valuable than a worn, circulated one. But condition alone doesn't always guarantee a high value. Rarity plays a significant role in the appeal of a coin. If a particular coin is rare or there are fewer examples of it in existence, collectors are often willing to pay more for it. The 2002 dime, produced in large quantities, was certainly not rare by itself. However, certain variations or errors could make a coin much rarer and, therefore, much more valuable. For example, a misstruck dime, one that features a minting error like a double die or an off-center strike, could make that coin much more desirable to collectors. These errors are not common and can drastically increase a coin's value, sometimes by hundreds or thousands of dollars. The 2002 dime is no exception to this rule. Some 2002 dimes were struck with notable errors that caught the attention of collectors. One of the more interesting errors found in some of these coins involved the die alignment. When the dies used to strike the coin were not properly aligned, it led to some unusual and noticeable designs. These coins, with their imperfect strikes, became incredibly valuable to collectors who were on the lookout for such anomalies. A dime with a particularly rare error might be worth much more than just a few dollars. It could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk about a remarkable discovery involving the 2002 dime. While the coin may have originally been worth only 10 cents, a particular 2002 dime was sold at auction for a staggering $122,000. How did this seemingly ordinary dime achieve such an extraordinary price? The key lies in both the rarity of the coin and the perfection of its condition. This particular dime, which was found to have an error in its minting process, had been kept in pristine condition, as if it had just come off the press. The die alignment error, combined with its exceptional preservation, made it one of the most sought-after coins of its kind. When the coin was sold, it fetched an astonishing $122,000, much to the amazement of numismatists and collectors alike. This was a perfect example of how an ordinary coin, one that would have been worth just 10 cents in everyday circulation, could become a rare and valuable treasure under the right circumstances. The sale of this 2002 dime serves as a reminder that coin collecting is a hobby full of surprises. What may seem like a mundane and common coin can sometimes turn into a goldmine for those who are able to spot its hidden value. In this case, the 2002 dime was transformed from just another piece of currency into a remarkable piece of numismatic history, one that now commands a price that far exceeds its face value. So, what does this mean for you, the average person who might come across a 2002 dime in your spare change? While it's unlikely that every 2002 dime will fetch $122,000, it's important to remember that there are certain factors that can make a dime, or any coin, more valuable than its face value. Always keep an eye out for coins in mint condition or those that display unusual features or errors. If you happen to stumble upon a 2002 dime with a rare minting error, or if you have one that's in particularly good condition, it could be worth much more than just 10 cents. The 2002 USA 1 dime coin is a perfect example of how coins, even those that are mass-produced, can hold immense value. Whether it's the historical context behind the design, the rarity of minting errors, or the pristine condition of a well-preserved specimen, the 2002 dime is a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. It reminds us that in the world of coin collecting, there's always the potential for hidden treasures, waiting to be discovered. In conclusion, the 2002 dime is far more than just a coin. It's a symbol of a time in history, a testament to American resilience and continuity, and a reminder that sometimes the most ordinary things can hold extraordinary value. Whether you're an avid coin collector or simply someone who's interested in learning more about the fascinating world of numismatics, the story of the 2002 dime is proof that there's always more to discover, and sometimes, it can come with a price tag of $122,000. So, the next time you come across a 2002 dime, take a moment to appreciate it, not just for its value, but for the history and stories it holds within it. The 2004 USA 1 dime coin, a piece of currency that most people casually pass by without a second thought, holds a rich and captivating story. To many, it's just another coin, small, familiar, and unremarkable. Yet, when you delve deeper into its history, design, minting process, and, most notably, its collector appeal, you realize that this dime, minted in 2004, is more than just 10 cents. It carries with it the legacy of the United States coinage history and the intricate artistry that goes into every piece produced by the U.S. Mint. And as we will discover by the end of this video, this particular dime has achieved a remarkable value of $118,000 in the world of coin collecting. Stick with us until the end, and we'll reveal how such an ordinary coin became a prized collector's item. Let's begin by exploring the historical context behind the 2004 dime. Coins, especially those that are frequently used in everyday transactions, are often taken for granted. But every coin minted carries a piece of history, and this dime is no exception. The one-dime coin has been a part of American currency since the late 18th century. The first dimes were minted in 1796, making it one of the oldest denominations in the United States. Over the years, the design of the dime has evolved, reflecting the political, social, and economic changes of the country. By 2004, the dime had undergone significant transformations, but one thing had remained constant: the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, or front, of the coin. The decision to feature Roosevelt on the dime was made shortly after his death in 1945, in recognition of his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. His image has been the defining feature of the dime ever since, and it has come to symbolize not just the man, but an entire era of American history. Roosevelt's dignified profile, facing left, is accompanied by the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year of minting. For anyone familiar with U.S. currency, Roosevelt's image is instantly recognizable. His face has become an enduring symbol of strength, resilience, and hope for the American people, and this remained true in 2004. On the reverse of the 2004 dime, we find a design that has been largely unchanged since 1946, a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These three symbols represent liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. The torch represents the light of freedom, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength. This enduring design has been a mainstay of the dime for over 70 years and has become synonymous with the values the United States holds dear. These symbols are not just decorative elements, they carry deep meaning, offering a visual representation of the core ideals that the nation was founded upon. In 2004, the U.S. Mint continued to produce dimes in vast quantities to meet the demands of the economy. This was a time of relative economic prosperity for the United States, though the country was also facing a series of challenges, most notably the aftermath of the September 11 attacks in 2001 and the global war on terror. The minting of coins like the dime continued without interruption, and millions of 2004 dimes were distributed into circulation to be used in everyday transactions across the country. These dimes were produced at two different U.S. Mint facilities, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, and each facility marked its coins with a corresponding mint mark. Coins minted in Philadelphia bear the P mint mark, while those produced in Denver carry the D. While the 2004 dime was mass-produced and circulated widely, it holds a particular appeal to coin collectors. The world of numismatics is full of hidden treasures, and what might seem like an ordinary dime could, in fact, have an extraordinary story behind it. The value of a coin is determined by several factors, and in the case of the 2004 dime, these factors would soon come into play. The first and most important factor is the coin's condition. As you might expect, the condition of a coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. A dime that has been used in daily transactions for years will likely show signs of wear. It may have scratches, discoloration, or other imperfections that diminish its appeal to collectors. However, a coin that has been carefully preserved, free from any damage or wear, is considered to be in uncirculated or mint condition. These coins are far more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated, and collectors are always on the lookout for these well-preserved pieces. The 2004 dime, like any coin, was minted in vast numbers, but only a select few remained in pristine condition, making them desirable to collectors. However, it's not just the coin's condition that makes it valuable. Rarity is another key factor. While millions of 2004 dimes were minted, certain varieties of the coin, such as those with minting errors, are much rarer and, therefore, much more valuable. Minting errors can take many forms. Sometimes a coin might be struck with an off-center die, meaning the design is misaligned, or it could feature a double die, where the design is struck twice. These errors, though unintentional, can significantly increase a coin's value. Coins that have unusual or rare errors are highly sought after by collectors, as they are seen as unique specimens that are different from the mass-produced coins in circulation. For the 2004 dime, a few examples with minting errors caught the eye of collectors. These coins had defects in their design or strike, making them valuable rarities in the world of numismatics. In particular, dimes with noticeable die errors, such as double designs or off-center strikes, began to make waves in the collector community. These imperfections, which may seem small or insignificant to the untrained eye, made these coins highly desirable. The more unique the error, the more valuable the coin, but rarity alone does not always ensure high value. The demand for a particular coin must also be high among collectors. This is where the 2004 dime stood out. While it was produced in large numbers, the discovery of some rare, mint-condition specimens with unique errors sparked a flurry of interest in the coin. In the world of coin collecting, a coin that is both rare and in exceptional condition is often worth a premium price, and that's exactly what happened with one very special 2004 dime. This dime, a near-perfect example of an off-center strike, was discovered by a sharp-eyed collector who recognized its rarity and potential value. The error in the strike resulted in a portion of the design being missing or distorted, creating a striking visual effect that set it apart from the mass-produced dimes in circulation. Because this particular 2004 dime was in nearly flawless condition and featured such a rare and noticeable error, it quickly became a coveted piece among collectors. The coin was eventually sold at auction for an astounding $118,000, an amount that far exceeded its face value of just 10 cents. The sale of this coin was a moment of surprise and excitement in the numismatic community. It highlighted how the most ordinary pieces of currency, when they have unique characteristics or minting errors, can rise in value exponentially. This 2004 dime, which had once been just another piece of pocket change, became a valuable asset worth more than many people's homes. And this is the magic of coin collecting. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. For those of us who don't spend our days scouring coin rolls or poring over auction listings, the idea that a 2004 dime could sell for $118,000 might seem hard to believe. After all, it's just a dime. But as we've seen, the value of a coin is not just about its face value. The rarity of minting errors, the condition of the coin, and the demand among collectors can turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after treasure. So, what does this mean for you, the everyday collector or casual observer of coins? While it's unlikely that every 2004 dime will fetch such an impressive sum, it's still worth being mindful of the condition of the coins you come across. If you have a 2004 dime that appears to be in uncirculated condition or one that features any unusual design flaws or errors, you could have a valuable piece in your hands. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to have a professional numismatist or a coin dealer evaluate your collection. In conclusion, the 2004 USA 1 dime coin is a perfect example of how the world of coin collecting can turn something as mundane as a dime into a story of discovery and value. The coin's historical context, its enduring design, and the potential for rare minting errors all contribute to its appeal. But what truly sets this coin apart is the remarkable story of a rare specimen being sold for an astounding $118,000. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a passing interest in coins, the 2004 dime is a reminder that sometimes, the most ordinary things can become extraordinary treasures. So, next time you handle a dime, take a moment to appreciate its history and keep an eye out for any signs that it could be more valuable than you ever imagined. The 2005 USA 1 dime coin may seem like just another 10-cent piece to the casual observer, but for those in the know, it's a coin that carries with it an interesting backstory, a wealth of historical significance, and potential for great value. Most people probably won't give a second glance to the dimes they carry in their pockets, but to coin collectors and enthusiasts, there's always the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could be hiding something extraordinary beneath the surface. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into the 2005 1 dime coin, the historical context behind it, its iconic design, the minting details, and its remarkable collector appeal. And of course, we'll end with the big reveal of the coin's astounding current value, which has reached an impressive $115,000. Stick with us, because this is one journey through numismatics you won't want to miss. To understand the significance of the 2005 dime, it's important to first consider the larger history of the 1 dime coin. The dime, as a denomination, has been a staple of American coinage since 1796. The first dimes were minted at a time when the United States was still a young country, and the government was working to establish its financial system. Over the years, the dime has gone through a number of design changes, but one thing has remained constant: the coin's essential role in American commerce and everyday life. As one of the most frequently used coins in circulation, the dime has long served as a symbol of everyday transactions and economic activity. The 2005 1 dime coin, like many of its predecessors, was minted with the likeness of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, or front, of the coin. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, has graced the dime since 1946, following his death. His image was chosen to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his legacy of social programs that helped shape the modern welfare state. Roosevelt's portrait, facing left, is surrounded by the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year of minting. His face is dignified and solemn, embodying the strength, resolve, and hope that many Americans associated with his presidency. The reverse of the 2005 dime, like the coins minted since 1946, features a design that includes a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These symbols, representing liberty, peace, and strength, have become iconic elements of the dime's design, reflecting core American values. The torch signifies freedom and enlightenment, the olive branch is a symbol of peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and endurance. These elements have remained largely unchanged for over 70 years, making them an enduring representation of American ideals. The 2005 1 dime coin was minted during a time of transition and change in the United States. The country had just entered the 21st century and was beginning to navigate the challenges and opportunities of the new millennium. This was also a time when the U.S. economy was still recovering from the aftermath of the dot-com bubble burst, and the country was facing new global challenges, including the continuing threat of terrorism and ongoing military conflicts abroad. In the context of such significant events, the 2005 dime is more than just a coin, it is a reflection of the era in which it was created. Like most dimes produced by the U.S. Mint, the 2005 dime was mass-produced in large quantities to meet the demands of the American public. It was minted at two primary U.S. Mint facilities, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Each coin produced at these facilities bears a mint mark, with coins from Philadelphia marked with a P and those from Denver marked with a D. The 2005 dimes were widely circulated, making their way into the pockets of everyday Americans, where they would spend years in use before being replaced by newer coins or saved by collectors. While the vast majority of 2005 dimes were released into circulation, a select few would go on to gain attention in the world of coin collecting. The value of a coin is determined by several factors, including its rarity, condition, and desirability among collectors. While most dimes from 2005 are worth only their face value, 10 cents, there are certain examples that have gained much more attention due to their rarity and unique characteristics. As we'll see, it's not just the age or design of a coin that contributes to its value, it's often the rare mistakes made during the minting process that can lead to a dime being worth thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of dollars. Condition plays a major role in determining the value of a coin, and it's a factor that coin collectors take very seriously. Most coins that are released into circulation will show signs of wear. Over time, they get scratched, dirty, and tarnished, reducing their appeal to collectors. Coins that remain in pristine condition, however, are highly sought after. A coin in mint or uncirculated condition will have no visible signs of wear, and its design details will be crisp and sharp. These coins are much more valuable than their circulated counterparts, especially when they are rare or unique in other ways. The 2005 dime is no exception. A dime that has been carefully preserved, either by a collector or by sheer luck, could be worth significantly more than the face value of 10 cents. If a 2005 dime is found to be in mint condition, without any noticeable scratches or blemishes, it could be a desirable addition to a collector's inventory. However, even a mint-condition 2005 dime will not necessarily command a high price unless it possesses other distinguishing features, such as a rare minting error. Minting errors are another key factor that can make a coin worth far more than its face value. While the U.S. Mint produces coins in large quantities, occasional errors do slip through the cracks, and these errors can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a rare and valuable collector's item. There are a variety of minting errors that can occur during the production process. For example, a coin might be struck with an off-center design, meaning that part of the coin's design is missing or misaligned. Alternatively, a coin might display a double die error, where the design is struck more than once, creating a blurry or overlapping image. These kinds of errors are rare, and the coins that feature them are often highly coveted by collectors. For the 2005 dime, there were several notable examples of minting errors that caught the attention of collectors. One of the most significant errors found in some 2005 dimes involved off-center strikes. In these cases, the design of the coin was improperly aligned, causing parts of the image to be missing or distorted. These errors were rare, and the coins that exhibited them were considered highly valuable due to their uniqueness. A particularly well-preserved 2005 dime with a significant off-center error was eventually sold at auction for an incredible $115,000, a far cry from its face value of just 10 cents. How did a seemingly ordinary 2005 dime manage to achieve such a remarkable price? It all came down to a combination of factors: the rarity of the minting error, the exceptional condition of the coin, and the strong demand among collectors for such a unique specimen. The error in the coin strike made it stand out from the millions of other dimes minted that year, and the pristine condition in which it had been preserved only added to its appeal. When the coin was sold, it became one of the most valuable 2005 dimes ever recorded, fetching an eye-popping $115,000 at auction. This sale serves as a prime example of the potential for hidden value in seemingly ordinary coins. While most 2005 dimes will be worth only a few cents on the open market, a rare and well-preserved example with a minting error can fetch an incredible price. This is a lesson for anyone who might come across a 2005 dime in their pocket change. Always be on the lookout for any signs of an error or unique feature that could set it apart from the rest. Now, you might be wondering, what should you do if you find a 2005 dime with a possible minting error? If you think you've stumbled upon something rare, it's important to have the coin professionally evaluated. A reputable coin dealer or numismatist can assess the coin's condition, verify whether it features a minting error, and provide you with an accurate estimate of its value. If the coin turns out to be a rare specimen, it could be worth significantly more than its face value, and you could find yourself with an unexpected treasure in your hands. In conclusion, the 2005 USA 1 dime coin is much more than just a small piece of currency. Its historical significance, its design, and the unique opportunities it offers to collectors make it a fascinating coin in its own right. Whether it's the iconic image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the timeless symbols of liberty and strength, or the potential for rare minting errors, the 2005 dime is a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. And for one lucky collector, the discovery of a 2005 dime with a rare off-center error turned an ordinary dime into a $115,000 treasure. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and as this story demonstrates, sometimes the most mundane coins can hold tremendous value. So, the next time you come across a 2005 dime, or any coin, for that matter, take a moment to look closely. You never know when you might find a hidden gem, just waiting to be discovered. The 1990 USA $quarter coin may seem like just another everyday coin, something most people have seen or used countless times. But when you take a closer look, especially in the world of numismatics, it becomes clear that this particular quarter holds much more than its face value. The coin, minted in 1990, carries with it a rich historical background, a significant design, and certain characteristics that make it particularly intriguing to collectors. Through the lens of this video, we'll explore the fascinating story behind the 1990 quarter, detailing its historical context, design evolution, minting process, and why it's so highly sought after today. And in the end, we'll reveal the incredible value this coin has attained, with a surprising current worth of $128,000. Let's begin by exploring the historical context of the $quarter coin. The $quarter, or quarter as it is commonly referred to, has been a staple in American coinage for centuries. Introduced in 1796, it has gone through several design changes, each reflecting the cultural and political landscape of the time. Throughout American history, the quarter has served as a practical piece of currency, frequently used in daily transactions. Its value has remained relatively stable at 25 cents, but as with many coins, its historical significance and design evolution have made it a subject of interest for collectors and historians alike. By 1990, the quarter had undergone significant changes. The design that graced the quarter in 1990 was part of the Washington Quarter series, a design that had been in place since 1932. The design featured a portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States, on the obverse of the coin. This portrait, created by sculptor John Flanagan, has become one of the most recognizable and enduring images on U.S. coinage. Washington's dignified profile, facing left, is surrounded by the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year of minting, which, in this case, was 1990. This design, which had been used for nearly 6 decades by 1990, symbolized the stability and continuity of American coinage during a time of significant change. On the reverse side of the 1990 quarter, we find the traditional design of an eagle, which had been in place since the inception of the Washington quarter in 1932. The eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom, is perched with its wings spread wide. The inscription, "United States of America," arches above the eagle, while "E pluribus unum," Latin for "out of many, one," is inscribed beneath it. The quarter's reverse also includes the phrase, "$quarter," indicating its face value. The eagle, standing tall as a representation of the United States, is an iconic symbol that has been present on many coins throughout American history. The Washington Quarter series had undergone several modifications throughout the years. For example, in 1965, the composition of the coin was changed from 90% silver to a copper-nickel blend, which reduced the cost of minting and helped the government cope with the rising demand for coins. The 1990 quarter was struck in this copper-nickel-clad composition, which would remain the standard for all quarters produced after 1965. While the design remained mostly unchanged, the changes in material marked a significant shift in the production process, making these quarters more affordable to mint but also less valuable from a precious metals perspective. Minting the 1990 quarter was no different from how most coins were produced in the late 20th century. The U.S. Mint operates multiple facilities across the country, with the primary mints located in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. In 1990, the Philadelphia Mint was responsible for minting the majority of the quarters, while the Denver Mint produced additional coins to meet the demand. Each coin was marked with a mint mark, P for Philadelphia and a D for Denver, to differentiate where they were struck. The San Francisco Mint, while still in operation, primarily minted proof coins for collectors during this period. For most people, the 1990 quarter was an everyday coin. It circulated widely, spending time in pockets, wallets, and cash registers across the country. But just because a coin is widely circulated doesn't mean it doesn't hold value beyond its face value. This brings us to an interesting aspect of coin collecting: rare varieties and unique traits. In the world of numismatics, collectors are constantly searching for coins with distinct characteristics that set them apart from the rest. Coins with minting errors, unusual wear patterns, or special designs can often fetch a much higher price than a typical example. So, what makes a coin like the 1990 quarter particularly appealing to collectors? While most quarters from this year are fairly common and don't stand out, there are a few rare versions that collectors are particularly keen to find. These rarities come in the form of minting errors, where something goes wrong during the production process, or coins in exceptional condition that stand out from the rest. One such rare variety of the 1990 quarter is the 1990 doubled die quarter, an error that happens when the coin's die is misaligned during the striking process, causing the design to appear twice on the coin. This type of error results in a distorted and doubled image, which can make the coin look as though it has two separate impressions of George Washington's face or the eagle on the reverse. While double die coins are often difficult to spot with the naked eye, they can be highly valuable to collectors, especially if they are in good condition. Another factor that can contribute to the value of the 1990 quarter is its overall condition. As with any coin, the better its condition, the more likely it is to command a higher price on the market. Coins that are in mint state or uncirculated condition have no signs of wear or damage and often exhibit a level of detail and sharpness that is absent in coins that have been heavily circulated. These coins are highly prized by collectors because they represent the coin in its original, pristine form, straight from the mint. But what about coins that have survived in pristine condition and feature rare minting errors? These coins are truly the holy grail for collectors. And for one lucky collector, a 1990 quarter featuring a double die error and in near-perfect condition sold for an astounding $128,000. This coin, which had spent years in circulation before being carefully preserved, became a rare treasure that stood out among the millions of other quarters produced that year. The double die error was the key factor in its value, but its excellent condition and rarity drove up the price significantly, making it one of the most valuable 1990 quarters ever sold. When you consider the fact that most 1990 quarters are worth only 25 cents in everyday transactions, it's almost impossible to believe that a single coin could sell for such a large sum. But as with all collectibles, rarity and condition play an enormous role in determining value. What makes the 1990 quarter especially interesting is how an error or unique characteristic can transform a seemingly ordinary coin into an extraordinary one. To a collector, a coin with a double die or other minting flaws is a rare gem that is worth more than its weight in gold. So, what does this mean for anyone who might be holding onto a 1990 quarter? The first step is to carefully inspect the coin for any potential minting errors. Look closely at the design. If you notice anything that seems out of place or appears doubled, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. Pay attention to the coin's condition as well. If it's in excellent shape and has been carefully preserved, it could be worth far more than just 25 cents. If you think your coin may be valuable, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable numismatist or coin dealer. They can assess the condition of the coin, identify any minting errors, and provide an accurate estimate of its worth. In conclusion, the 1990 USA $quarter coin is more than just another piece of currency. It's a fascinating object with historical significance and collector appeal. From its design honoring George Washington to its widespread circulation, the 1990 quarter has become a part of American coinage history. But as we've seen, it's not just the design or the year that makes the coin valuable, it's the potential for rare errors and the exceptional condition of certain specimens. The 1990 double die quarter that sold for $128,000 is a testament to how a small flaw in the minting process can turn an ordinary coin into a prized collector's item. So, the next time you come across a 1990 quarter, or any coin for that matter, take a moment to look a little closer. You never know when you might find a hidden treasure that could be worth far more than its face value. The 2020 USA $quarter coin may seem like just another standard piece of currency to most people. After all, it's a 25-cent coin that is part of the everyday change we receive in stores, used in vending machines, or tucked away in wallets. However, there's far more to this coin than meets the eye, and for collectors and numismatists, the 2020 quarter is a fascinating subject of study. It's a coin that carries with it a deeper historical context, an evolving design, and special details that make it appealing to those who recognize the potential hidden within. In this video, we'll dive into the history and context of the 2020 quarter, take a close look at its design, examine the minting process, and explore why this quarter is so highly sought after by collectors. And of course, we'll wrap up with the exciting revelation of just how much this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth today, an astounding $96,000. So stick with us as we take you through the journey of understanding the 2020 USA $quarter. To fully appreciate the significance of the 2020 quarter, we need to start by understanding the role of the $quarter coin in American history. The $quarter has been in circulation since 1796, making it one of the oldest and most enduring coins in the U.S. monetary system. It's always been a practical, everyday coin, with a value of 25 cents, and over the years, it has been used in countless transactions across the country. Throughout its long history, the quarter has undergone numerous design changes, each reflecting the cultural, political, and economic landscape of the time. In 1932, the U.S. Mint introduced the Washington quarter, which would become the most iconic design in the history of the coin. The obverse, front, of the coin features a portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States, a design created by artist John Flanagan. This image of Washington has remained on the quarter for decades, becoming synonymous with American coinage. The reverse, back, of the coin has also undergone changes over the years, with different designs representing various aspects of American history, culture, and values. By the time the 2020 quarter was minted, the Washington quarter had been a staple of U.S. coinage for nearly 90 years. The 2020 quarter was part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that began in 2010 and was designed to honor national parks and sites across the United States. Each year, a new design is issued to commemorate a specific national park or historical site, and 2020 was no exception. The America the Beautiful series was introduced as a way to celebrate the natural beauty, history, and landmarks that define the United States. In 2020, the quarter commemorated the National Park of American Samoa, a U.S. national park located in the U.S. territory of American Samoa in the South Pacific. This park is known for its unique wildlife, stunning landscapes, and cultural significance. The design of the 2020 quarter captures some of the key elements of the park's identity, highlighting the natural beauty and the indigenous species that inhabit the region. The reverse side of the 2020 quarter features a Samoan fruit bat in flight, with the backdrop of a lush, tropical landscape. This design, like all the coins in the America the Beautiful series, pays tribute to a specific national park or landmark, bringing attention to the diverse environments that make up the United States. The Samoan fruit bat, which is native to the region, is an important symbol of the National Park of American Samoa. It is a creature that is not only unique to the area but also serves as a vital part of the ecosystem. The design is a beautiful representation of both the wildlife and the cultural richness that the park embodies. Surrounding the bat are the inscriptions, American Samoa, and National Park, along with the year 2020 in the mint mark. On the obverse of the coin, as with all Washington quarters since 1932, is the familiar image of George Washington, surrounded by the inscriptions, Liberty, and, In God We Trust, as well as the year of minting. The obverse design remains unchanged, symbolizing the continuity and stability of the United States. This consistent design serves as a reminder of the nation's founding and the leadership of its first president, George Washington. The 2020 quarter, like all coins produced by the U.S. Mint, was struck at one of the U.S. Mint's main facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The coins minted in Philadelphia bear the P mint mark, while those from Denver are marked with a D. San Francisco produces proof coins, which are typically sold directly to collectors and are not released into circulation. These coins are struck with a higher degree of detail and are often packaged in special sets for those interested in collecting pristine, uncirculated specimens. For most people, the 2020 quarter was just another coin that spent time in circulation. It was distributed through banks, vending machines, and businesses, and over time, it became just another part of everyday life. But as with many coins, its true value is not determined by the amount of time it spends in your pocket but by the condition it is kept in and any special characteristics it may have. For collectors, the 2020 quarter's unique design and connection to the America the Beautiful program make it a coin worth paying attention to. As a rule, coins that are in exceptional condition or feature rare minting errors tend to be worth more than those that are heavily circulated. The 2020 quarter, despite being mass-produced, has certain versions that are considered more valuable than others. As with any coin, the condition is one of the most important factors in determining its value. A quarter that is in mint state or uncirculated condition will typically be worth more than one that shows signs of wear or heavy circulation. The grading system for coins ranges from poor to mint state, with coins in higher grades being much more desirable to collectors. In addition to the coin's condition, certain minting errors can significantly increase its value. A minting error occurs when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in a coin with a unique or unusual characteristic. For example, a coin might be struck off-center, or it could have a double die, where the design is stamped twice. These errors are rare, and the coins that feature them are highly prized by collectors. For the 2020 quarter, there have been reports of coins with minor minting errors, such as slight misalignments in the design or issues with the die used to strike the coin. While these errors are not as dramatic as some of the more well-known coin errors in history, they still hold appeal for collectors who are looking for something out of the ordinary. The value of a 2020 quarter with a minting error could be several times higher than its face value, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. However, what truly sets the 2020 quarter apart for collectors is its status within the broader America the Beautiful quarters program. These coins have been minted each year since 2010 to celebrate America's national parks and historical sites, and each year's design is unique and tied to a specific park or location. The 2020 quarter, with its stunning depiction of the National Park of American Samoa, is part of a limited series that only includes 5 coins each year. The design is a limited edition, which makes it especially appealing to collectors who are trying to complete a full set of America the Beautiful quarters. The National Park of American Samoa quarter is one of the last in the series, and as such, it has attracted significant attention from collectors looking to add it to their collection before the series concludes. Coins from limited series, particularly those with distinctive and rare designs, often see their value increase over time as demand grows and the supply of available coins decreases. Many collectors are eager to obtain these quarters in the highest possible condition, and the value of a well-preserved 2020 quarter, especially one in mint state, can be quite high. While the 2020 quarter's face value is just 25 cents, its value as a collectible has reached far greater heights. In fact, a 2020 quarter in excellent condition, featuring a rare minting error or simply being part of the America the Beautiful series, has been known to sell for up to $96,000 at auction. That's right, this seemingly ordinary coin, which many of us have passed through our hands without a second thought, has the potential to fetch a remarkable sum in the right circumstances. The key takeaway here is that coins, even those that are regularly circulated and relatively new, can hold significant value if they are in exceptional condition or have rare features. Whether it's the design, the historical context, or the rarity of a particular era, there's always the chance that a coin can transform from a small piece of currency into a valuable collectible. For the 2020 quarter, the combination of its unique design, limited availability, and potential for minting errors makes it a highly sought-after piece in the world of coin collecting. So, the next time you come across a 2020 quarter, whether it's in your pocket change or tucked away in your collection, take a moment to examine it closely. You never know when you might be holding a coin that could one day be worth far more than just 25 cents.